Within the context of today's news, Blockchain Association Kristen Smith recently participated in an institutional webinar during which she shared her opinions on the forthcoming legal clarification that may be forthcoming in just a couple of months, which is, without a doubt, very encouraging news. We are going to hear more of what she has to say in the near future because the first thing that you need to hear and comprehend is how this will ultimately benefit Ripple and XRP. In his words, Chad Steengraber says the following: "Over the course of the past day, there has been a significant amount of activity in the RLUSD Ripple stablecoin. It is important to keep in mind that it is still in the private beta phase and is not yet available to the general public. This is most likely due to the fact that they are still waiting for regulatory frameworks to be established in the United States. On the other hand, as we can see, every transaction requires XRP, which makes it necessary for every new user to have XRP. Without a shadow of a doubt, this exhibits that XRP will continue to be used and will be a component of it, despite the fact that the majority of institutions have shifted to using the RLUSD for international purchases in regions where there is a lot of cash. Because of this, there will be an increase in price, which is really encouraging news. Yes, I am in agreement. Gas fees are quite modest at the moment, however. It is important to keep in mind that demand and transaction sizes are also relatively low. Although the amount is only 260,000 RLUSD, which is equivalent to approximately $260,000, it is highly possible that banks will move millions or perhaps billions of dollars all at once, and the restrictions will be made explicit. Price and demand for XRP will increase as a result of an increase in the number of people who want to purchase and sell RLUSD, as well as an increase in the size of transactions. There is a significant event that is taking place for Ripple today, which is the 15th through the 16th of October. Graham Rodford, CEO of Us.Thankx, and Simon Barnaby, Chief Marketing Officer of Us.Thankx, will be among the individuals who will be participating in a panel discussion at the Ripple Swell event. The debate will focus on the potential of tokenization in the digital era, which is really significant. Furthermore, in addition to that, we also have Gravesco. Recall that Gravesco has recently introduced an XRP trust, which indicates that an XRP exchange-traded fund ETF would be introduced in the near future. Additionally, there will be representatives from that company present. In this rapidly evolving era, the head of product and research will be participating in a panel discussion on the topic of how blockchain technology and artificial intelligence are coming together. This is an important topic to discuss. Not only that, but Uphold will also be present, and it is important to keep in mind that they will be the ones to list the RLUSD once it is made available to the public. In addition, Uphold will accelerate its cryptocurrency operations by reactivating their stake in XRP, which was previously temporarily halted by the SEC. On the other hand, the pattern appears to be one that is easily discernible to me: the Ripple swell. Bear in mind that this is merely a means by which the institution can gain a deeper understanding of the surrounding environment and establish connections with one another. Both Ripple and XRP are now being viewed by everyone there as extremely bullish. It is essential for all of them that regulatory standards be implemented in the United States, which Kristen Smith asserts will take place in this institutional setting. At this point, they have a fresh perspective on the performance of several cryptocurrency bills. Ever since 2019, which is almost 5 years ago, a number of these measures have been in the process of being drafted. I believe that we have moved on from that now. The fact that some of these measures might be approved in a relatively short amount of time, within a few months or perhaps as early as December of this year, is a very significant development. Pay close attention to this. There are 3 categories of policy that Congress finds to be the most interesting. First, there are regulations concerning stablecoins. In 2019, Facebook made their initial announcement regarding the LibraPop project. This goes back to the year 2019. Stablecoin is something that a lot of people are interested in. In addition, there are no rules in existence that govern how to deal with stablecoins, which is a concerning situation. It is impossible to adhere to those regulations because they are so dissimilar to the ones that are observed in conventional banks in the present day. This conclusion was not reached by the industry, rather, it was reached by the President's Working Group, which is comprised of senior financial regulators from both the Trump administration and the Biden administration. They expressed their concern, hey, we need some way to regulate so that when you have these centralized issuers of stablecoins, we know that those reserves are put in the right asset classes, and that they're there in the sense that there are safeguards in place for this. The federal law does not yet have anything that is comparable to this. When all of that is considered, it shouldn't be that difficult to put together a template all by yourself. During the lame duck period, which is the time period that occurs between the election and the beginning of the new Congress, it is possible that this will take place. How active the session before that was will determine the outcome. It is possible that this may be accomplished during the lame duck session that takes place in December. Or I believe that it could be accomplished very fast, such as during the first or second quarter. What causes it to move ahead of other things in terms of speed? Due to the fact that it is a one-time issue that has been thoroughly investigated, this is the reason. On the other hand, I would suggest that the political process does not take place in a matter of weeks or months. Is it true that it can take up to 10 or 7 years to complete a bill, especially if it is a significant one? More than a dozen sessions have taken place in Congress in 2019, and there will be additional meetings as we go into 2025. These hearings are about measures that would make coinage more stable. Drafts have been created by both the House of Representatives and the Senate. From this point on, where everything is pretty much ready to go, it has been brought about by the public examination and improvement of a great number of ideas. Indeed, it is not something that was brought up just the day before yesterday. This particular issue has been discussed for a longer period of time than any other. As a result, that might begin to move forward. At this point, it is time for you to log in and conduct your own independent research. The cryptocurrency market is going to receive the most significant influx of capital that it has ever experienced. I am interested in XRP, therefore I created a Discord room for 100 of us, and anyone can join it at any time without cost. By instructing others on how to make as much money as possible during this bull market, I am working toward the goal of reaching this level of financial independence. Because time is running out very rapidly, if you are interested in joining, you should click the link that is provided in the description below. Having stated that, taking into consideration the fact that it is now permitted to use Ripple and the SEC, it is hoped that the price of XRP will increase very soon. Lena Terra, a reporter for Fox Business, makes the observation in this piece that the so-called revolving door at the Securities and Exchange Commission has been particularly absurd this year. I find it weird that some of their senior officials are leaving the agency, and I find it even more crazy that some of them are going to work for organizations that actually support and promote cryptocurrency investments. Caroline Welshins, who once served as the active chief of the crypto asset and cyber section and is currently employed by Morgan Lewis Law, is the first person to be mentioned. The following individual is Gerber Grahl, who formerly served as the head of enforcement and is currently employed by Milbank Law. He is currently representing Binance in its dispute with the SEC. Formerly in command of the crypto and cyber unit, David Hirsch is now employed at McGuire Woods. He was previously in charge of the unit, LLP, in the capacity of a crypto specialist. Additionally, Leighton Stewart should not be overlooked. He filed